So you want to visit the Grand Canyon, but you're not sure what the difference is between all the rims. Well, fear not, because in this video we will explain the difference between the west and the south rims, and at the end of the video we will help you decide which one is better for you. The Grand Canyon is one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, and at over 1 million acres, it makes sense why there are different parts that you can visit. The Grand Canyon is sectioned out in multiple rims. There is the west rim and the south rim. There is a north rim as well, but we will touch a little bit on that later. Grand Canyon West. Something that definitely sets the two rims apart visually is the scenery. Grand Canyon West is a lot more desert-scapey, if you will. Sort of a mix of a desert and canyon feel. Another thing is physical location. This rim is a lot closer to the Nevada-Arizona border. The biggest thing to note, however, is that the West Rim is not a part of Grand Canyon National Park. Some notable features include the Skywalk. From there you can get some really incredible views of Eagle Point. There's also the Hualapai Ranch, which is this old west town that includes a lot of fun little activities like horseback riding. There's also Guano Point, which are the ruins of this old 1930s mine. And then of course the reason for the Grand Canyon itself, the Colorado River. Alright, moving right along to the South Rim. If you remember, the West Rim is closer to the Nevada-Arizona border, South Rim further into Arizona. The South Rim is what most people envision when they hear the Grand Canyon. All those calendar shots and wallpapers, probably the South Rim, most likely. I was willing to take bets. But no, seriously, those are all probably the South Rim. Compared to Grand Canyon West, the scenery here is a lot more dense with ponderosa pine forests. It's also at a much higher elevation, about 7,000 to 8,000 feet, give or take, which also means the temperatures tend to be generally a lot cooler. Big thing, most of the South Rim is government-owned land, aka Grand Canyon National Park. So yes, this is the national park area. Other notable features include some national historic landmarks, such as the Tucson Museum, which are these 800-year-old ruins of an Anasazi village. There's Bright Angel Lodge, the El Tovar Hotel. There's also an Indian Watchtower, which is a 70-foot recreation of an Indian Watchtower. I said we would touch on it, so we will briefly go over the North Rim. So the North Rim is actually the least visited rim out of all of them. The reason for that is because it is a lot more remote and it's not as easily accessible. There's no airport or rail service available. The only way that you can really get there is by road or driving. However, you are able to fly over it via helicopter. It's absolutely beautiful from the air, so highly recommend at least checking it out that way. On top of that, it's only open seasonally, so you can't even go there year-round. Their season for visitation is around May through mid-October. Okay, so which rim is for you? We get this question, which rim should I visit, a lot here at Maverick Helicopters. If you don't really know much about the Grand Canyon and you've never been, it can be difficult to decide which rim to plan your visit for. So it's all going to depend on where you're coming from, how much time you have, and what kind of experience you want. If you are coming from Las Vegas, the West Rim is a lot closer. If you go there via helicopter, it's actually only a 45-minute helicopter flight, about 25 to 45 minutes via airplane, and it's about 2 to 3 hours if you drive. You should go to the West Rim if you want a closer, more immersive canyon experience. The West Rim is very interactive in a sense, to where you're not just standing out and looking at something, but you actually get to be surrounded and encompassed by all of it. The airspace regulations here allow you to take a helicopter over and into the canyon, where you can actually land in the canyon by the Colorado River. That's actually one of our most popular tours. You can have a nice little picnic by the Colorado River, sip on some champagne. It's amazing. Now, if you're coming more from Flagstaff or Phoenix, the South Rim is closer in proximity. You can still get there from Vegas. It's only about a 45-minute flight via airplane. Really nice and painless flight. But you should go to the South Rim if you're looking for more recreational activities, just because there's a lot of attractions. The West Rim is a bit of a more raw canyon experience because there's not really any paved walkways or railings. Meanwhile, at the South Rim, we do have paved walkways and scenic overlooks. There's shuttles and hiking trails. And regarding a helicopter flight, you can take a helicopter flight here as well. The North Rim is also really close to the South Rim, so if you go on a helicopter, you can actually see the South Rim and the North Rim. The difference is with the whole airspace regulation thing, you just can't land at the bottom of the canyon. Also a beautiful experience. Oh my gosh. Also highly recommend. You know, we just recommend the Grand Canyon in general. I know there has to be some of you asking, well, can I just go to both rims? Well, you can, however, probably not in a day. I mean, technically you could, but considering how far apart they are from each other, that would just make for a very long and cramped day, so we don't recommend trying to see both rims in a day. Alright, so hopefully by now you have a clearer understanding of the Grand Canyon. I didn't even know that there were multiple rims before, how it all worked. It really just boils down to what kind of experience that you prefer. If you still have any questions, please feel free to drop them down in the comments and we'll do our best to get back to you as soon as possible. You can also shoot us a DM on any of our platforms or give us a call and ask. Send us a carrier pigeon if you know how that works. Have you been to the Grand Canyon before? Which rim did you go to and what was your experience like? Is there anything else that we missed or something else that you want to share or add? Let us know in the comments as well. In the meanwhile, make sure that you stay tuned to our channel. We're going to be uploading vlogs going out to both of the rims so you can get a little bit more of a personal first-hand look at what that's like. Be sure to subscribe for more info and exclusive insight on all the locations that we fly at. And if there's anything you'd want to see from us in the future, please let us know and we'll see you then.